The nature of the junior sector is unique. It attracts a lot of risk. There's a lot of risk in the industry because besides having good targets, there's no assurances that you'll be able to find gold, nevertheless, to actually take it in a profitable way. The company was in production back until 2015 and it shut down because of market conditions, and the company or the new management at that time decided to take some time to assess the land package and the different assets that are part of the Barkerville Gold project. I think that one of the reasons why we felt confident enough to have a significant aggressive campaign in 2016, and we have continued that in 2017 and 2018, is probably threefold. One is we had the ability to actually have enough capital in order to deploy into exploration. Two, I believe that we have one of the greatest land packages in BC and probably in Canada. And three, that we have a team that can actually focus and deploy those resources in a way that we can try to attract and increase value over time. We just raised an additional $35 million that we're going to spend between this year and the following year. The majority of the funds that we spend actually flow through, which obviously gives you an indication as to how aggressive we are with exploration in the area. We will continue doing so until we actually reach to that level when we believe that we can actually have a sustainable asset and a resource that would allow us to start thinking about a development of a new mine and obviously the production scenario going forward. Q4 will be definitely a new stage for the company. We're starting production. Definitely in 2018, you'll see a full year of production. But production for us means probably three things. One is what allowed us to understand the asset that we're working with. Actually will allow us to have a better understanding of the community that we are involved with. And definitely will actually give us an opportunity to show to the market that yes, we can get into production and obviously we'll be able to have positive cash flow. Definitely our goal for the future is not to run this mine for the next 4 or 5 years. We have invested significant amount of resources in exploration drilling over 2016, 17, and we will continue in 2018. So we would like to be a mid-tier producer in the future. We're owned 49% of the company is owned by Osisko, between Osisko Mining and Osisko Royalties. When you actually have significant shareholders at Osisko, I think that from the perspective of just a pure exploration phase, makes life easier because you have access to capital. And without capital, obviously, you won't be able to deploy none of your vision going forward. I think that actually the way that we're deploying our cash now, it's a little bit different than before. I think that we're smarter in a way that we try to deploy in a more efficient way in terms of exploration. And once we get to the next stage, I think that we're thinking about making sure that we can take profitable ounces out of the ground. Because I think that more and more miners have realized, and the industry and the investors as well, that it's not only about having a resource, it's actually having the ability to take it out of the ground. And there's only one way to take it out of the ground is to make money. Even though there's a lot of resources flowing around in terms of funding for the juniors, that they're not spending the money as fast as before. So probably, yes, we've learned our lessons from the past. I think that one of the things that we're doing that actually has an impact in the long run is to make sure that we have the right people in place, that we can actually build the right teams. Because I think that we're going to be as good as our teams, and in order to be successful in the future, to try to achieve the next stage in order to be a mid-tier producing company, we're building on those teams. And I think that the industry would actually rely on that because they would actually invest in companies that can deliver.